Hey y'all, welcome to NatAndGrace Revelations. This is Tarot Tia. This is going to be a blackout reading, spirit driven reading. You can take it however it may resonate. Work, family, friends, romance, can bounce around. May or may not resonate, but I do offer personals. I'll put that information down in the description. I heard Lisa, Lara, or Larynx, Link, or Links. Linky, Lanky, Slinky, Lang, Ling, especially if it's Liang. I heard Dr. Lang specifically. Lang, Lane, Lanes, Lonnie, Lon, Alon, Alan, Elaine. There's that again. Elaine could be like Elena, anything like that. And these don't have to just be names of people. These can be street names. These could be names of books, movies. Tarot is pretty wild. This can resonate in many ways, y'all. So don't box it in. I heard Takar, Toke. And it was something about some shoes. The shoe, Sean. Especially if it's a Sean with the W, Shawn, or a Sean with the U, Shaun. Any play on Sean, Shawnee, Shanique, Shaniqua, anything like that. Any play on Sean. Ooh, as soon as I said that, the devil popped out. So somebody may be real jealous, especially if they're missing their glasses. Like somebody in this equation who may not, who may have switched from glasses to contacts or something like that. Because this person looks really jealous. Like there's somebody here that's very jealous. Very jealous. I heard Minster, something like that. Could be minister, you know. I heard ministry. As if I heard that's not in my ministry. So that's interesting. Because it's coming across to me as if I heard Puka, something like that. Pook, Pug, Sugar, Shug, Sugar, Suga. And their car keeps coming up, especially if car is a part of somebody's name. Car. Car. Especially if it's like a shakar. You know what I mean? Something car. Anything, any name that has car in it. Feels like it's a really big factor. I don't care if it's Carla, Carlos, Carl. You get what I'm saying? I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's Jakar, Tukar, whatever. It's like car is in this name. Period. Car could be a factor. Cars could be a factor. I heard vendor. Then I heard vindictive, vender. So yeah, to sell. Selling things, marketing things may be a really big factor. I heard Thomas. Maybe someone who's teaching or learning Spanish is a really big factor. I heard Puerto Rico, Puerto Rican, Rica, Rican. Then I heard Dominican, Dominicana. Heard that very loud and clear. So yes, somebody is like, I heard La Lengua. It's almost as if they're confused because they may be amongst people who are talking about things that they don't understand or speaking a language that they don't speak or in a dialogue that is different from what they're used to. So it's like, what the hell? What are y'all saying? What are y'all talking about? It's like this stuff is foreign to them. I heard object. Choking could definitely be a really big factor. Asphyxiation. And not necessarily in a violent manner. It feels like someone who's choking on something, like they put something down their throat. So CPR, the Heimlich, that type of stuff may be a really big factor here. Resuscitation, someone who may be struggling with, didn't I say something about the larynx, with their throat, issues in her, their garganta. See, issues with the throat chakra, being able to express themselves freely, being able to express themselves without trauma, being able to uh, get their thoughts off, their ideas off without fear. I heard fear-based tactics, fear, right? Because it really feels like someone is really nervous. They just look nervous, but it feels like it's almost like something has come in to make them nervous. Like they were always going to put on this show, do their thing, or whatever, or they were going to be able to get by with doing this with ease until somebody said, I'll be at your show. I'll be there. I'll be watching. I'm watching you. You know what I mean? It's like the pressure got put on in this situation because somebody that has a lot of clout, popularity, opportunity, money, ownership, property, land, intellectual property, understanding, overstanding in this situation. Okay. This energy is a fucking force and they are intimidating people. And it feels like because these energies are intimidated by this energy, they get too scared of them to approach them, to be around them, to affiliate with them, to associate with them. It's almost like people get afraid to be around to be in this situation around this person because they are big. So, like, say, for instance, with my own personal life, y'all know I like to use my own life, for example, because that's all I know. You know what I mean? So, like, with my dog, for instance, like, I have a really big pit. And she is so sweet. Sweetest dog I've ever had. And people are fucking intimidated by her. But when I had the poodle, that's hilarious. This little dog's just start barking. That's so crazy. I cannot make this shit up, y'all. When I had the poodle here, everybody's like, oh, can I pet your dog? Nah, don't touch him. Nah, don't touch him. Nah, I wouldn't do that if I was you. I wouldn't even get down there on his level if I was you. I really wouldn't even make eye contact with that dude if I was you. Like, but the big gigantic dog who would love to be pet, who would love to have, you know what I mean, friends and be around other animals and stuff, they're scared of, okay? Because she's a lot more powerful physically. She comes across as a lot more threatening physically. You know what I mean? So it's coming across to me as if people are seeing this big gigantic force, this big gigantic business, this company, this person with all of this power and money and just all of this shit going for themselves, right? And or this really big title. They have a big title. Their name holds a lot of weight, whatever, okay? So they're intimidated by their energy, but that's not their fault. You know what I mean? It's not their fault that their name holds weight. It's not their fault that they're who they say they are. It's not their fault that they are this strong, this big. You know what I mean? Like this may be somebody who's literally physically muscular, like very strong. I keep hearing the word brawny. So yes, they may be very durable, very strong, very, reputable, very, responsible, just dependable and reliable. Or physically, like I said, just like buff as fuck. Buff. And it's just, they have a lot of power and it's undeniable, So it feels like if you are on the powerful side in this equation, people may be afraid of you and they may not know why. But it's because your energy is speaking for itself. It's coming across to me as if you're in a space to where if you step into a room, people know that they have to respect you. People know who you are. People will just know that you aren't to be fucked with spiritually, physically, financially. Okay? And it feels like because of that, you may be the gentle giant. So you may not attract friends or associates, affiliates, suitors, whatever, as easily as you may think, because people are intimidated by you. You come across as threatening, or you come across as very serious. And if these energies are not serious, or these energies know that they cannot keep up with you, maintain your interest, they are not in the same league as you, they are not on your level, okay? They will check themselves out of the game. So you may question why people are running in and out of your life, or why people don't seem to stay put, or why people seem to be very flighty, very fickle with you. It's because they are threatened by your power, intimidated by your power. You easily can make people feel weak, okay? Or whoever this energy is in this situation, their power or level of intelligence, expertise, financial status, social status makes others feel weak. So they feel the need to overcompensate and to try to like compete with this natural energy, okay? So it's like, I'm not really doing shit but being myself. And these other energies feel like they have to go extra hard to be in the same league, on the same level, to get the same attention, the same recognition. You know, they're doing the fucking most to try to be on someone's level who isn't in competition with their peers. They're simply following what God is calling them to do, or they are simply playing the role, the duty that they were assigned. So yes, if this is the manager, they're going to have managerial duties, you know, or they don't have to continue to walk around and say, yeah, I'm the manager, I'm the manager, I'm the manager. People know that this is the manager. You're going to know that based off of the hierarchy in the company. Like, they don't have to walk around and continue to say that they're the manager, they're the leader. Okay? They're this, they're that. They don't have to brag, they don't have to boast, because their energy speaks for itself. Okay? Their energy is speaking for itself. So there are energies here that are like, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that, I'm the boss. Okay? They're not leaders. There's a big difference between leadership and or being a leader and being a boss. Okay? When you're a leader, you are who you expect others to be. You live how you expect the people who are following you or influenced by you are expected to live. There is no difference in your lifestyle or the way that you hold yourself, your morals, your standards, compared to those around you. You lead by example. Okay? We don't just teach. We don't just talk about shit. We are that. We walk in that. You get what I'm saying? This isn't for show. This isn't putting on a fucking badge and saying I'm the boss. Nah, we're leaders. I heard leaders of the new school, flat out. Leaders of the new age, flat out. We ain't following nobody but God or God's self. So there is no need, here we go again, to compete with energies who are in positions that they're supposed to be in. If this person is doing their job properly, why fuck with them? Why tamper with that? Why criticize them? Why try to become their competition? Why even act like they're going to give a fuck about you or see you as competition? Because they're not. They're not. This is an energy that's in competition with themselves. They don't see anyone around them as competition. Because this is not a race. This is not a competition. This is not about who knows the most, who has the most. This is about self-satisfaction Being happy with yourself, loving yourself, being comfortable with yourself, flaws and all. There is no competition. I heard friction, tension, fight, feisty. And I keep hearing fickle, fickle, fit. And I heard feast. As someone just is in a space to where they're doing what they want to do. They're living how they want to live. I heard living my best life, flat out. Ain't going back and forth with you niggas. I'm living my best life, flat out. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Comfortably. Somebody looks like they have made made a way for themselves. Okay? And now they're making a way for their descendants. Okay? Possibly even their ancestors, their peers. I'll leave it at that. They have made a way for themselves. So now it's time to share the wealth. Okay? I heard property, profit, prophetess, profiting, profess, profession, confess, confession, confy. And then I heard something about the big comfy couch. Something about the big comfy couch. That's wild. That's interesting. So I heard curls, curl, curly, curling. And I heard curtain, Curtis, curtail, anything like that. Tails, tennis. And I heard tennis. It doesn't really be tennis shoes, but tennis, could be tenants, like residents, tenants, housing, property, real estate. I heard home economics, teaching, Mallory, Massey, Mass. So I don't know if a Catholic religion, a Catholic-based institution, Catholicism, period. The Vatican, anything like that is a really big factor. I heard Italy, Italian, and then I heard France, Eric. And somebody looks like they want to give thanks to someone, honor to someone. What was that? Kale. It's like thank you. And I'm hearing I want to thank you. There it is again. Faith Evans and the Locks. I want to thank you. Or the Locks and Faith Evans, I should say. I want to thank you. I want to thank you, Heavenly Father, for shining your light on me. It's been a long time since I've had someone to love me. Taisha, Tashawn, Taishay. Whoo, this is giving me chills, y'all. This feels like a deceased energy for sure. Tisha, Tasha, Tasia, Taz. Keep hearing Taz and then Tails. I'm seeing somebody who has like gosh, y'all remember in the 90s, like when they used to have the haircuts with the tails in the back. I heard in remembrance, honoring the deceased. Yes, honoring the ancestors seems like it's a really big factor. Didn't I say that? There's an energy here that's giving our glory to God, to the ancestors. They don't see shit but God or themselves. You know what I mean? And it's not in a selfish way. They're not being selfish. This is a godly energy. So when they say that they don't want to kick it mingle, possibly do things that other people may find fun. They may be one that lives by the book, one that comes across as the police, the fun police, especially somebody that comes across as very structured, very disciplined, very polite, very almost as if it's again work and their business, their priorities, their academics, their job, that their responsibilities, and overall that stuff is going to come first in their life, because it feels like this is what has been instilled in them from their ancestors, or this is someone who is teaching their ancestors, okay, the people that are older than them, what to prioritize, what matters. They're influencing people that are older than them, teaching people that should have been teaching them the game. Okay? And these energies are now grateful, thankful, because it's taking the youth to show these people that the way that they think, behave, the way that their heart chakras are set up, it's not right. Or it can use a lot of healing. Okay? We all go through painful experiences that fuck us up in our own personal ways. It's just a matter of how we choose to pick up the pieces after those situations. Some of us choose to activate our God self. We choose to take responsibility for our actions. We choose to carry our mistakes and learn from those instead of pointing fingers and trying to blame other people. Trying to make others feel bad, make others suffer because of mistakes that we've made, pain that we're experiencing inside of ourselves, insecurities that we may be going through. We don't take that shit out on the people around us. We work through it. That's shadow work. That's why we do this spiritual work, y'all. It's not for entertainment. It's not for show. Yes, tarot legally is for entertainment purposes. Okay. But this spiritual work that comes behind these cards, or the physical work that's going into this situation here, the work, the power is divine. Okay. So now an energy that was seen as the fun police, an energy that Saul was seen as not wanting to do anything, boring, okay, is now the stable one, the one that knows everything, the one that has it going on. Okay. They're the manager, they're the CEO, they're the owner. Okay. They're successful. Okay. Because they put in the work, all the time and energy that others spent into kicking it, not taking shit seriously, not taking them seriously, not taking these opportunities seriously, not taking their education seriously, not taking their time seriously, their freedom seriously, whatever this shit is. People are now getting the bigger picture. These people weren't being boring. They were serious about their futures. These people weren't the fun police. They just had better shit to do with their time, with their attention, with their relationships. You know, they're building firm foundations while these other energies are building their homes out of sticks. Okay? It's like the 3 little pigs. Somebody has built their home out of bricks. Or their home is built from bricks because God built this house. It's a refuge. You hear me? They understand, again, God is inside of themselves. So everything that they do is rooted and based in God, whether they are religious or spiritual. Pure energy. Spiritual work only works if it is coming from a pure energy. It has to have a pure intent. Okay? So I don't care if you purely love something, purely hate something. Don't be funny with that shit. You get what I'm saying? Whether it is an opportunity, a relationship on any level, what you do for a living, either love that shit with all your heart or get out of it. The energy has to be pure. Don't do shit just to do it. Don't do it just to say that you're doing it. What's your reason behind this? What's your purpose? Did you hear your calling? Did you miss your calling? Or is your phone still ringing? And God is just waiting for you to pick it up. So again, you have energies, firm foundations. They decided they were going to stay home and study, stay home and build their brand, expand themselves, expand their consciousness, expand their realities. And you have energies that wanted to have fun. So you can see the difference in their lifestyles, or see the difference in these energies, especially as they're aging, These energies who may be aging and their children don't want to take care of them. They may be aging and their health is declining, or they may be suffering, Age and time is taking a toll on them because they were taking advantage of time. Negatively, or in a way that was rushing them, speeding them into their grave, versus energies that were preserving the time that they had. They appreciated the time that they were given, the time that they were being blessed with. There we go again. Time is of the essence, so that's been such a theme, y'all. There are energies that are preserving time, or look like they are being preserved. Okay? That's crazy. I just seen a post about mummification yesterday. And there are energies that are aging like bananas, like milk. But it's because of the lifestyle differences. So, of course, these energies that may be fasting, the energies that may be working out, the energies that may be reading and studying and, doing things to, again, build themselves, improve themselves, spending time with themselves, spending time in isolation, spending time to get to know themselves. When it comes time for them to be in this position of old age, they're going to be comfortable. They're going to be very well taken care of. And these other energies are going to be asking for help, needing a lot of assistance, a lot of care, or very thirsty. Okay? They need their thirst quenched because they're in hell, y'all. I keep explaining to energies that this rapture, it has already happened. God has collected those who are following their purpose. God collects those who are listening to their God self and living through the heart chakra. That's the rapture. Okay? This rapture, these energies that are trying to uplift this world, to bring light and love into this 3D realm. They are protected. They are shielded, armored. whether they are religious or spiritual, or neither. But these energies who identify with their God self, they are being assisted through the spiritual realm. I don't care if they don't have a soul around them to help them, a soul to call on. They can call on God. They can call on the Spirit. Okay? And they're going to be taken care of. Ask and you shall receive. They know who they are. They know who God is. You hear me? It feels like somebody whose eyes are being forced open to look at the light. And the light is the spiritual realm. Because they haven't wanted to see it for a very long time. Because again, it looks painful. But it feels like they're scared now. They're shook. Or something has come into their life. Possibly seeing a physical entity, a physical ghost. You know? Something like that. Having some type of contact with the spiritual realm that was undeniable. So now their eyes are wide the fuck open. Okay? After being wide shut. Eyes wide shut. Her ritualistic, Richards. Somebody is now realizing that they only have either a very small understanding or a very 3D understanding of concepts that are very, very spiritual, very deep. Because it feels like this energy is shifting from looking at the temple of God as this church to understanding that this temple of God is their body, their physical vessel. Okay? So now, here we go again. It's going from being extroverted to introverted. From an outer perspective to being introspective. Okay? They are compacting their universe and realizing that this universe is all inside of them. So they're going into this period to where they're growing spiritually because they've now figured this shit out. They have finally figured this shit out. This is not about the concrete understanding of what we're being taught or of what we're seeing, or what we're witnessing, what we're hearing. It's about the spiritual connections, the spiritual, how do I put this? The spiritual power behind these forces. Okay. So I had to explain to someone last week that, she was asking like whether I was a Christian or, concerned about getting a tarot reading because of her religious beliefs, and I don't mean to put you on blast if you are listening to this reading, girl. I don't want you to take it personally or no. I just, like I said, I speak from my personal experiences, my own life. But no, I'm not a Christian. I do believe that there is a high power. I know that there is a higher power. Okay. I know that, but I do not follow religious teachings. Okay. But what I was explaining is that you can have someone who, it's not to say tarot card readers are demonic or the devil or anything like that, even though you may have some that do work from that energy. Okay? But that's also on the same hand to say all pastors are not godly. Just because this man is the leader of a church does not mean that he has the spirit of God behind him or inside of him. Woman, whatever, just speaking generally. It's energy that matters. The energy behind these forces, these people, these companies, these things. Okay? It doesn't matter what things look like. It doesn't matter who someone is. It doesn't matter what someone does for a living. What's the energy behind this shit? What's the energy behind this person? Okay? Because your pastor may not have a good intent towards you, may not have good feelings towards you, your family, whatever. You know? People in your church may not. Your own family members may not. Shit. Let alone some strange man that's teaching you what he needs to tell you to keep his lights on. You get what I'm saying? Energy matters. Okay? So this is what people are realizing now. It's not about the badge. It's not about having the title. It's not about wearing the shoes, the outfit, the uniform. What's your purpose for wearing this uniform? Okay? Because this is God body. Okay? Anything that's going to be around me, in me, come out of me, through me is going to be from a place of godliness. Good or bad. Light or dark. You get what I'm saying? So whether I am embracing energies with love or ready to fuck shit up, it's going to be pure energy. I hope this is making sense. This is not about entertainment and putting on a show. It's about understanding your light and dark selves and finding a way to blend those harmonically. And the only way to do that is by getting in tune with spirit, getting in tune with ourselves, and learning that we create or co-create our reality. There are things that happen to us that are completely out of our control. That is facts. But the decisions that we make in between those moments, they play a huge role in the outcome of our experiences in this 3D realm. I keep hearing thank you. I keep hearing Taisha, Tashawn. I heard grace with grace, style and grace. What is that? It feels like people are about to be a lot more grateful for what they have, for their family, for their friends, for the genuine love they have around them, for their spouses, for, their parents, for their children, for, it's just like gratitude is such a big factor here. Gratitude, being thankful for the ones that have paved the way, even if they have been vicious to these energies before or did not understand that these energies were sent into their lives to be their teachers, because it feels like this is a big factor. Like all of us starting to figure out that our descendants may be our spirit guides. Okay. Our children have been sent here to teach us, or, and our parents realizing that we have been sent here to teach them realizing that they have been sent here to teach their parents. Our children are reflections of the pieces of ourselves that we need to fix or heal within ourselves. Okay. So it feels like this great understanding that everyone is descending from energies that was just trying to figure it out too. Like we're trying to figure this shit out. Our kids gonna be trying to figure this shit out. Our parents was trying to figure this shit out. We're all just figuring this shit out as we go. But there are some energies that have this very thin veil between the 3D and the 4D. So they can see the spiritual realm. They have access to the spiritual realm, or they know how to maneuver through the spiritual realm while they are in this physical reality. Okay. And these energies are now being appreciated instead of being seen as witches, being seen as you get what I'm saying? Demons or dark forces. These energies are now being seen as the originators, okay? The ones that stuck to their roots, the ones that know their roots, the ones, again, that are built on firm foundations because they understand where they come from. This is the energy of Sankofa. Never forget where you come from, okay? You don't have to remain in that same life, follow those same traditions, that same type of lifestyle, keep that same energy. You get what I'm saying? But don't forget where you came from, because it helps us when we're trying to shape our future. It helps us to become better people. It helps us to embrace, again, our flaws and the bullshit in our lives that we don't like to accept. You know what I mean? Whether it's things that are physically attached to us or spiritually attached to us, or just experiences, like I said, the things that may be out of our control. But never forgetting where you come from, to help to make better decisions in the future, and to help your descendants, or those that you are teaching, those that you are influencing, to make better decisions for themselves. Hove did that, so hopefully you won't have to go through that. That's been such a big theme, flat out. Like, again, it's the energy of a God. It's like, I'm teaching you what I know based off of experience, not ego. I'm showing you this shit because I know that 1 + 1 = 2. I'm not telling you this shit just because. I'm not talking just to talk. Okay. This isn't for my ego. This is for healing purposes. This is for spiritual enlightenment. This is for because this is what God called me to do. You feel me? God asked me to say this. God asked me to give you this message. So that's what I'm doing. You get what I'm saying? Like, again, somebody is just playing their role. This is what their assignment is. This is what their duty is. And they're just trying to do that. They're just trying to be that. And it's coming with a lot of competition or resistance or aggression, because it's people are making this about power and control and imagery and money and fame and clout. And it has nothing to do with this shit. This is about the soul, transforming the spirit. Okay. That's all this is. So it feels to me as if the advice is to detach from things that are keeping you way too grounded in this physical reality. Because it feels like your wings are about to pop out your back. And when they pop out your back, you're going to realize that you've been keeping yourself grounded, or, that your thoughts, your programming has been keeping you grounded. Whatever you've been taught, it's not helping you ascend. So it's like, okay, well, I know that when you may have a very basic concrete understanding of something, and then this spiritual enlightenment comes in to where the light bulbs start going off, like, oh, that's it. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay. And then you take the fuck off. You fly off. Okay. I heard Icarus. Right. But it feels like somebody has been told this tale of Icarus for so fucking long that it's like, if you fly too close to the sun, your wings is only attached to your back through candle wax. It's just going to melt and you're going to fly and fall to the ground. They've heard this story so many times. But what they're not understanding is that this is a tale. Okay. That does not have to be their life. And people are making it seem like, okay, well, if you get too close to the sun, you're going to get burnt. If you feel me? If you get too close to the sun, you're going to get burnt. No. These people are just afraid to fucking fly because they've heard the tale of Icarus. Okay. They're afraid. So that may be that story of Icarus may be a really big factor in this situation. I don't know how that may resonate, but I heard Psalm, and I heard something about Psalm 27. So, right. Fear no evil. I can't make this shit up, y'all. Like, fear no evil. You can't take on other people's fears and insecurities because they're afraid to fly. Okay. They're scared. You are not fucking scared. You have the courage, the power, the resources, the energy to be able to make this mission, to be able to pull this shit off. It's your time. It's your time. Don't let nobody stop you from accomplishing your goal, from finding success, from establishing something for yourself, because they don't believe in themselves. Okay? Somebody who doesn't believe in themselves can never believe in you. Understand that. They don't believe in themselves. They're afraid to fly themselves. So when you try to take off, when you try to take flight, of course they're going to instill fear in you. Because they're afraid of what's going to happen to you, what could happen to you, even if these people genuinely fucking care. You get what I'm saying? But they're going to instill fear in you because they're afraid okay? Or these people tried to fly and lost their confidence, lost their momentum, okay? Or they flew too close to the sun and got egotistical and got fucking burnt. But you're doing this through a God. Oh, man, y'all know I get to going. You are doing this through a God-given purpose. You don't get burnt when you working for God. You don't get fucked over when God is on your side. You get what I'm saying? Even if it seems like shit is being taken from you, opportunities are being taken from you, things are not working in your favor, things are working in God's favor. And don't ever get that fucked up. I'm ending this reading on that note, y'all, because it feels like somebody is on their path to success. They're on the path to enlightenment. They're on the path to confidence and self-love. And these energies that don't get it or that don't love themselves are just on the outside of the club, and that's cool. But the thing is, the right boundaries are in place now to where these energies do not have access to this person's money, time, energy, attention, they can't affect their reputation, their business, their brand, any of that. It's like, get the fuck out of here. So I don't know if somebody is getting locked up for trying to sabotage somebody's finances, a reputation or image, whatever this is, or if these people, again, are physically being blocked, whether you're blocking them on the phones, through social media, or just not talking to these people, but they're caged. Okay, these energies are getting caged. They're vicious and they know that they're vicious, and they've been trying to steal somebody's birthright, their blessings. Do you get what I'm saying? This is oh my gosh, this is Jacob and Esau for sure. Like, somebody has been trying to steal another's birthright for so fucking long, and now these energies are shining. They're being glorified because they're loving themselves now. You hear me? Watch all of these natural hairs, the natural hair flow everywhere. You know, the ebonics flying all over the place. The energies that don't wish to be politically correct. The energies that are seasoning a food. You hear me? The energies that are okay speaking their language in public places because they don't give a fuck about how other people are going to feel. The energies that are comfortable wearing their hijabs and their turbans and whatever they may have to represent themselves spiritually. You get what I'm saying? The energies that are okay getting tatted because they know that they're going to be able to manifest something for themselves. You get what I'm saying? The energies that are okay. You know, the ones who may have gotten the face tats and bullshit, and you know what I mean? People was like, oh my gosh, you're ruining your life doing this. Like, these energies have now created shit for themselves. And it's like, whose application are they filling out? You get what I'm saying? So it's like they have proved their point. You know what I mean? They've proved their point. It's just, I don't care what it is. These people have proved their point. Like, oh my gosh, you tattooed your face. You're ruining your life. And this energy is a fucking millionaire now. You get what I'm saying? Like, and teaching other people how to be in their shoes. So it's just like, and not to say that has to be it specifically, but I'm just giving out examples because all of this stuff doesn't have to just be spiritual or religious. It's stuff that people were like clowning, like, you'll never make a living doing that. You'll never make it doing that. You're never going to make it. You're never going to be anybody. Yeah. Look who's coming around to take notes. You feel me? It's that type of shit. Like, yeah, they thought, but now that these energies want to learn or be on the team, they're not welcomed here. They have to go through security, right? What would Dre say? I might show up to my high school reunion just for an appearance. Make everybody have to go through security clearance. Flat the fuck out. You hear me? Like, that's the energy that I have here. It's like, you're not even worthy to be in my presence, let alone have a conversation with me. So to try to, again, be competitive or to try to talk shit or to try to put me down, it's like, that's cool because you have no idea how brilliant my mind is. Like, oh my gosh, that Cameron line just came to me. Gosh, what is that? The song is called Real Niggaz. It's off of Diplomatic Immunity. Gosh, I argue with my mother spring, summer, fall, winter time. Get that off the table, Cameron. It's dinner time. You know what I mean? It's some line that, like, right after that, where he something about him being out his mind now. You don't know what's in the mind, or something like that. Like, oh my gosh, y'all! Like, oh my gosh, y'all! The spirit was speaking. Like, this reading that just made me so happy. So yes, chase your dreams, chase your goals, be confident, love yourself, be happy. You know, especially if this is coming from a pure place, you know, because like I said, these energies that are like trying to fill shoes that just don't fit them, it's like they're being seen as trying too hard. You can see that the fact that they're wannabes, or you can see that they, who they're influenced by. You can see all of this shit, even though they're trying to act like they're not. You know where they got their sauce from. Yeezy taught me. You feel me? You know where they got their shit from. You know why they are who they think that they are. Or you know what I mean? It's like, you just let them have that. Let them have it. Let their little ego get stroked or whatever, because God is blessing us like fuck. Okay? God is blessing us like fuck. So all you other Slim Shadys are just imitating. You hear me? The real Slim Shadys are getting blessed while the other Slim Shadys are looking for likes. Okay? Thank you so much.